It's the
Show.
All right, guys, so welcome back to another episode of the Chris Court Show, and we have here Voltaire's Ghost. How you guys doing?
We're sweaty. We just got off stage.
Nice. So where did you guys play tonight?
We're at the Cavalcade in Fruita, Colorado. It's our second time playing here. Actually, this was our 1 year anniversary show. Our first show was a year ago Sunday.
Yeah.
So this was a lot of friends and family and a nice celebration. So
that's awesome.
It's a great time. Yeah.
How was the show?
It was good. It was really good. We actually rehearse here, so it was like performing in our house.
Yeah.
Nice.
So it was cool. Yeah, it was a great show. Everyone had a good time.
So you guys literally just got off stage now, right?
Yep.
Literally. Yeah.
Damn.
We came from those curtains right there.
Nice. Oh, wow. Are we going to go on stage too in a little bit later?
I think he misses the stage.
I do. I miss the stage. Miss getting up on stage. So what's your guys' name?
I'm Ruby Jewel.
Magnus.
I'm Josh.
And Ruby is our lead vocalist. I do guitars, and Josh is our fantastic, amazing percussionist.
Thank you so much.
Awesome.
Nice. So you're a trio.
We have a keyboard player. He couldn't stay for the interview, but we do have a keyboard player, Ben, who's fantastic. He's actually an organ expert, so he does all kinds of crazy Bach stuff on the organ. It's wild. Perfect for us, actually.
That's awesome. We seen a couple of live videos on it. I would love to go and see that. Are you coming in Chicago anytime?
We have no plans, but if we're invited, we'll be there. We're doing.
Well, you're invited.
Oh, okay. Well, here we go.
You're invited them to where?
You could come play in our studio.
Well, that would be awesome. We'd love to do that. We have a tour of Arkansas, Missouri, and Texas coming up. A showcase at South by Southwest, and then back to California in August for our third appearance at the Whiskey Go-Go. So that's what we got coming up. Yeah, and we're in the studio right now. We've been in the studio since July recording full-length album. So we hope that'll be out next year.
I can't wait for that.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome. And we just signed with Curtain Call Records. So they just put out our first release under Curtain Call today, actually, Christmas Prayer. It's dropped today.
I just did see that on the website.
I saw the email for it. They sent us an email.
Oh, yeah. So we got to check that. We didn't actually check that one out, but
Tis the season.
Tis the season. So tell us about the new single.
Christmas Prayer is it's a quieter one for us. It's a classical guitar, Ruby, some quiet piano. I wrote it in Ireland on Christmas Eve about 20 years ago, and it was a lonely Christmas Eve. I'm sure some of your listeners have had one or two of those. And
I have.
I found out that the next day there was a murder in the park across the street from my room that night on Christmas Eve. Yeah, and we saw the blood on the snow the next morning.
Oh, my God. And
it was like 50 feet from my window. So it was a really odd, surreal night. It was snowing. It was beautiful, but, it was really lonely. And right within arm's reach, someone was being killed. And it was just a real... So I wrote this song, and I had it for a while, and never really found the right people to do it, justice until I found these guys. And Ruby just killed it, and we did it tonight, and I would say it's one of the highlights of our set.
Yeah, absolutely.
Josh was very worried because we recorded it in January and last year in this January in Nashville, and he's like, "Is it okay to record a Christmas song in January?"
Yeah, I was worried about releasing it in like May. I was like, people are going to be weirded out.
No, we released it today, so it's all good. Perfect timing.
Yeah, it's perfect timing.
If there is such a thing as Christmas goth, that's what it is.
Okay, so and now actually, when you told me about that, have you guys ever heard of Typo Negative?
We love Typo.
So do I.
Love Typo. Yeah,
they have a lot of like Red Christmas, things like that. So is it something like that, or is it?
No. I do love Red Morning Christmas, but this is it's more of acoustic, more gentle sounding. but we love Typo. I got to interview Johnny Kelly one time. That was like the highlight of my interviewing career back in the day.
You got to interview who?
John Kelly, the drummer for Typo.
Oh, really?
Yeah, back in the day. I used to live in New York, and I saw them all the time. I mean, they were always around when they would either start in the city or close a tour in the city. So I saw them every chance I got. Boy, Peter Steele, man, what a loss for music.
Oh, geez, man. We seen him on Halloween. I think it was Halloween night. We seen him, and then like months after that, or maybe a month after that, he passed.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
But if you saw a Halloween show, that's awesome because that was the tradition.
Yeah. No, we made sure to go see it. Then it was obviously a while ago, but yeah. But enough about Typo Negative. The song Glass.
Yeah.
Okay? I absolutely love that song.
Oh, thank you. We just closed our set with it tonight.
Did you really?
Yeah.
That's amazing. And it's, it gives me and I hate to compare bands but this is exactly what I heard in my head. Like right when I first heard the song, it gives me like a Cranberries type vibe.
Ooh, interesting.
Have you heard that before or no?
No.
Oh, that's really
That's
cool.
a new one. That's really cool though. Yeah. That was actually the first song that Ruby and I worked on together, I think.
It was also the song that took the longest in the studio.
Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah.
I had that music forever, and Ruby had a poem that just fit right over the top of it.
I was just gonna say, who wrote the lyrics of that?
Ruby.
Right here.
I loved everything about it. The music, it was just so melodic, and listening to those lyrics, because I'm old school. Like that's why I like the YouTube lyric video, because I like to go along with the lyrics and like, man, what was this person thinking when they wrote this? And it brought me back, to a time when lyrics actually meant something.
Well, they mean something to us. I really appreciate that. We work really hard on them, and I feel the same way. I always like to read the lyrics of the artists that we like. And by the way, how about that drum sound on Glass? That's this guy right here.
Yes, very good.
It's just a monstrous drum sound, which we worked really hard in the studio to get. Go
ahead. I'm sorry.
That record was produced by Dean Miller in Nashville, Roger Miller's son. Oof.
Okay.
Yeah, and we worked really hard to get that drum sound. I just lost you guys. There you are.
There we are. Yeah. There's my stupid goatee. You could say it.
There.
So yeah, and I did, even the drums, that came through so good. The song was very well produced. That was another thing I noticed about the song. So, Ruby, where did the lyrics come from? Like, because I have to know this. Like, I have it in my own head what I think, but where did this come from for you?
I was seeing a boy for 3 years, and I don't think he ever understood me. And I had to write a poem about it. And then the song just kept expanding upon that thought.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, and that's kind of what I was getting from it, but you did it in such a poetic way. I loved it.
We get a lot of comments on that. People will say, "Oh, I really appreciate this feeling of not being seen. Like people see right through you, like you're not appreciated." People just seem to really connect with that theme of that song.
Yeah, and especially using Glass as that was really good. I mean, everything about the music, the drums, you too back there.
Oh,
right there.
So, how did you guys all gather as a band, and like when did this all start?
Well,
last October.
it's been a year.
No shit, it's only been a year?
That's great.
Yeah.
The three of us celebrated the first anniversary of our first show tonight. We met in October of 2023. I already had a deal with Dean Miller in Nashville. I had a ton of songs I'd written. He reached out to us, it was just me at the time, on Instagram, and said, "I want to work with you. I like the songwriting." And I said, "I don't have a band. All the stuff that I had put out before was just me, basically." And he's like, well, can you get a band together? And I said, let me try. So my 7-year-old niece at the time, she helped me put up flyers for a singer around the college. And guess who was the first person to respond?
Ruby.
And then that same niece, this was her drum teacher, and that's how we met him.
So you were okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we all met in October of last year.
Yep.
Yeah.
And our first show was December of last year. We went to Nashville in January. Some of the stuff we recorded in Nashville, we had just written our Dreamwalker over Christmas last year. 2 weeks later, we were recording it in Nashville. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was really fast. So anyway.
It's crazy because you guys sound very like you don't miss a beat. You sound very tight.
We missed a couple tonight.
Well, shit, that's live.
You don't admit it. That's,
What
you
is
just
time?
don't admit it.
No, you can admit that. It's rock and roll, baby.
Yeah. Thanks. No, we appreciate it. It's been a great year. We've only known each other a little over a year, but we toured California 3 times, Whiskey twice, Nashville recording. It's been a whirlwind. We're just so grateful.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were just talking about it tonight, actually, looking through some pictures, and just got signed with Curtain Call and Christmas
That is
present
awesome.
today, which we're really proud of. So just really, really grateful. I've been looking for these guys for a long time. I didn't know it was them I was looking for.
Like them personally.
Yeah,
It was like
I was looking for these guys
Wow.
right here. Yeah,
that's awesome.
before I even knew who they were, I was looking for them.
That's amazing. That's a really good story. I mean, especially for not knowing each other and then coming up onto a year, getting signed, like that's a big deal, guys. And like you should really, really be proud of yourselves. I mean, I sound like a school teacher, I know, but
Yeah, no,
like, who the fuck is
that.
this guy being proud of me?
Thanks, Mr. Court.
You're welcome.
We are very appreciative. Trust me. And we're really proud of our songs too. The new stuff we love. We played a bunch of it tonight. We're recording it right now. We just can't wait for people to hear it. I think our songwriting is just leaps and bounds of what we recorded in Nashville just 11 months ago.
Yeah.
So we just can't wait for people to hear it. So we're very anxious. But Curtain Call is reining us in. They're like, one single at a time, guys. Take your time, work on the album, get it right.
That's the trend today. You do one at a time. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not in the past where you write a whole album. You just one at a time. That's all you do.
And it's so different because when we went to Nashville to record the Nemesis songs, we did it all in a week.
Yeah.
And
Sure.
Ruby did all of her vocals in one day.
Damn.
And it was a blizzard. We flew into Nashville. We were the last flight in before the city shut down.
4 inches of snow and the whole city shut down.
In Nashville, 4 inches of snow is a blizzard.
Yeah.
Wow.
They lost my suitcase. I had no clothes,
Oh,
but
fuck.
I just had my guitar. So we recorded that week. We knocked 5 songs out, one of which we had just written. And then, of course, 4 months of mixing, but that's how it goes, right? But
Right.
so this time we're taking our time. We're taking a different approach. So really, really anxious to get that stuff out.
So, how many songs will be on the new album? Or do you
Man,
know that?
we've demoed about 17 or 18 tracks.
Really? Oh my god.
Probably pare it down to a tight 8 to 10. You know, I love
Yeah.
like the old like Led Zeppelin albums that would have like 8 tracks, but every
Yeah.
one was a banger. You know,
Yeah.
but we'll have tons of material left over, and we're working on a goth country EP,
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit.
and Ruby's writing a musical which we'll record with the band, and we're gonna re-release a bunch of the singles that I released before I met these guys, but we're gonna add them to it, so there'll be basically new songs with new lyrics and everything. So we got a lot of stuff coming out next year.
I'm
A
excited.
lot of stuff.
Nice.
Yeah.
I really am. I really dig your guys' music. Like I'm not just saying that. Sometimes when we're doing these interviews, you kind of have to say that, but I'm really saying that. Like I really dug your music and I'm excited for it.
Oh,
Thank you.
thanks, man. I love that you mentioned Tybo, because what I loved about Peter Steele's writing was it was both hardcore but also gentle in the right
Yeah.
places. And that's a hard mix to do.
It
Very
is.
few people have that combination in them. We really admire that kind of dynamic. We always strive for that in our songwriting and our playing. I love The Cure as
Oh my
as
god.
as an example of a great career.
Yeah.
They can do pop. Fuck it, we're making a pop album,
Mhm.
and then we're gonna do pornography and go hardcore
Yep.
goth shit.
Yep.
And it's all The Cure, and it's all good. We would love to have a career like that where we could do a country album or a musical and just a rock banger 8-track album. You know,
Yeah, that's
kinda
what you're
where we're
feeling.
at.
Have
Yeah.
you off topic, but have you listened to the Cure's new album?
Yeah, it's amazing.
It's so fucking good.
You finally
How
listened to it?
I
how
finally did, yeah.
how did he do that? Well, it has no right to be that good.
I was thinking the same thing. This dude, how old? And I mean, and it's not even just his vocals. It's like the music in there is just so fucking good. Like I don't know.
Best thing.
I don't know.
Best thing since Disintegration. God bless
Yeah,
him.
yeah, yeah.
You know? But again, you know, that kind of longevity, that kind of commitment, we would love to have a career like that. If
Yeah.
these guys could put up with me for another year.
Do you guys have any like side jobs, or is this like your thing? You're going all in, or
I teach vocal lessons at the Guitar Center, and I'm also a full-time student at Colorado Mesa University.
Wait, you teach vocal lessons?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
Wow.
and
I didn't
More
know that.
jobs.
Yeah.
Well, we know he's a drum teacher.
I do activities.
he's a drum teacher. Yeah.
I do activities at a nursing home. Yeah.
Get this.
Yeah.
So
what the
at
what kind
the
of
nursing home that
activities are
Josh
you doing?
works at.
Bingo, but I try to include
bingo.
drumming too. Like every Friday, I try to get them included in drumming too.
Let
Do
me
they
tell you
get up and
something.
dance?
No.
No. They hit the residents at his facility where Josh works invited us to play, which we did in
Oh, cool.
July.
Yep.
And it was in our first and only outdoor show. They were the best audience.
Yeah.
They were so
Yeah.
sweet.
Oh,
We had a blast, and they were just so nice to us. And, you know, thanks to Josh for inviting us to do that. We would love to do like a tour of like unconventional venues like nursing homes,
yeah.
elementary schools, veterans organizations. We just loved being in that environment where
Yeah.
it was like different. It was very different. And it was great. We really loved it.
That's awesome. So, and the place that you're at now, is this like a bar, or is it like a venue?
It's a venue. It's a music venue here in Fruita, Colorado. We are based in Western Colorado. All of us are from this area. And this is just a great local venue. They have all kinds of live music all the time. And they've graciously let us rehearse here for the past year. We actually we just thanked the owner. They kind of let us grow up here. And so it was really nice and special for us to play our first anniversary show here.
Is it primarily a music venue?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
There's no bar or anything. It's just literally just for music.
They do comedy too.
Yeah, they do like stand-up comedy. Yeah. Yeah.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
But we'll play anywhere.
Yeah.
Literally.
What are your guys' influences when you write music?
Well, let's start with Ruby.
Musical theater and my dreams are really cryptic and weird, so I kind of write music to try to understand them.
That's something Ruby and I have in common. Actually, a lot of the music I write comes from dreams. Dreamwalker actually came to me in a dream. The first melody I wrote for it was in my head when I woke up in a Vegas hotel room. I scribbled it down, and I came back and showed it to these guys, and I had known them like a couple of weeks, and we recorded it
Oh, shit.
2 weeks later. So we have that in common. Josh, what are your influences?
My drumming influences probably Foo Fighters, Alice in Chains would be a huge one. Oh man, like Soundgarden, and just a lot of the grunge stuff is where I really pull my influence from.
And I'm a unrepentant old school goth lover. Joy Division, Bauhaus Sisters,
Oh, yeah.
Cure, early Cure. But I also really love AC/DC and Zeppelin and Sabbath and that old school classic rock. So that kind of all goes in the mix and comes out I don't know, sounding like us somehow.
It's crazy because music can come from dreams. I don't know if you heard the story of Paul McCartney, how he wrote Yesterday. It was the same thing. It came to him in a dream, and he was like,
Yeah,
"Is this
it's
already a
wild.
song?" Like that. Yeah, that's insane to me.
It's wild when that happens, and then you don't know. Like here's what happens to me when I get a piece of music in a dream. I'll be like, is that mine? Did I come up with that in my sleep, or am I remembering something that I heard? And then I'm like, okay, I don't want to copy anything. But then you realize, no, it is something unique, and it came to you, and then you're just super grateful for
Yeah.
it. You hope it keeps happening.
Right. Your dreams are writing your songs.
Yeah.
Yeah, literally.
If you woke up every day with a new song, you'd probably be in business forever. Just selling music
Yeah.
everywhere.
Call it the Dreamland.
Yeah, whatever it is, we're grateful for it. And I think for Ruby and I think we connect on there's a melancholy I think that runs through our stuff.
Oh, for sure. I do hear that.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I love that. No. I love that. Like I write music as well, and all my shit is very sad, depressing.
Yours is very depressing.
I've had
Yours is more melancholy. Yours is depressing.
well, okay.
And there is a difference, right? That's interesting.
There is a difference. You're right.
Yeah.
You're right. But I don't write melancholy music because I'm not that good. That's what it means. I've had people like I'll play at a show and I'll just play my own songs and they'll what was that one person like play something happier?
Yeah, some guy yells, play something happier. This is a joke. He started strumming the guitar. He's like, I died yesterday.
No, but that's cool. That there is a huge difference though in that and melancholy. And
Melancholy could still be like almost happy, but melancholy where you're just depressed.
Yeah.
I think the difference is it's interesting to think about. I think when I hear melancholy in a piece of music, there is a sadness for sure, but there's also
Beautiful sadness.
a beauty,
Yeah.
and an elegance. I think is the best melancholy music.
And that's kind of what I got out of Glass.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
it was like that song again. I just you don't hear too much songs written like that anymore.
That's funny you say that because in Nashville they were great. Dean is a great producer, but they're hit makers in Nashville, and it's like you gotta have a 3-minute, gotta get to the chorus, and we're like, songs are long.
Oopsie.
They tried to get us to cut them down so many times. We do have some shorter ones now, yeah, but that piece of music, Glass especially,
Yeah.
we really felt like every piece was like a movement of a symphony kind of
Yeah,
thing,
for
you know
sure.
what I mean? No, so we wanted to keep all of it, and
I think it's because our songs we write them like they're stories.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
the beginning, middle, and end, yeah. And some stories are longer than others. What are you gonna do?
It happens. And sometimes there's long songs that are great.
Yeah.
Why are you
absolutely.
giving thumbs up? Is that
Me?
did you just give a thumbs up?
You talking about on the screen here?
Yeah.
I don't have control of your screen.
No, did I give a thumbs
I
up?
don't have a mouse or a
I
camera.
might have done that
I
accidentally.
don't-
Either way, we'll take it. We'll take a thumbs up.
I don't know what
or
to
maybe
say.
it's the camera reading. It might be the camera reading.
Yeah, look at that.
Because Skype is weird. Or
Figure-
not Skype.
This ain't this.
Zoom. Zoom is weird.
Figuring shit out here. Sorry, we were
That's
just
all right.
amazed by that.
We've been using this for months and months, and we still don't realize how it works.
Who knows? Technology.
So as far now as the drums go, okay?
Yeah.
Because I want to talk to everyone about everything. I love the intricacy.
Yeah.
So when you're getting the music, how are you putting the drums to that? Like, is there a certain way that you always go, or do you kind of like, just kind of feel the music and go with it, or do you know like what you're going to put into it?
I kind of just feel it out for like a few times. Like I'll play it a few times. I'll try to feel it out, and then there's yeah. As it goes on, I'll keep trying to add stuff or like take stuff away where I'm like, oh no, that didn't really work. Or so I kind of I just have to listen to it and hope that what I'm playing is good. And then sometimes, yeah.
To be fair to Josh, some of the riffs that we have, they're not easy in a time signature sense.
Yeah.
And sometimes we have to work to find the right way to slide it in, but it's always worked out in the end. You know, sometimes I'll say like, oh, maybe some toms here or whatever, but for the most part, he always just comes up with something absolutely banging.
Oh, thanks.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
And by the way, standing in front of his drum kit is a pretty good kick in the pants every night, I gotta say. He's some pretty hard.
How many snare heads do you go through?
Actually, it's crazy. I was playing with my friend, and I feel like we had the same drum head for like, it was like 13 years. I don't know how.
That's crazy.
But
Oh,
like,
wow.
it might have broken over time. Maybe I'm forgetting, but I felt like we had it for so long.
But
Ow.
he does break sticks. Sometimes the splinters will be flying at me and I'll be dodging them on stage.
Run!
Cymbals, he'll knock over his cymbals, they'll fall on Den's feet.
Yeah, that's true.
Either too many rim shots or too many cymbal edges. That's all.
Right. Yeah.
Rim shots.
Rim shot on a snare drum.
Oh,
Yeah.
When I tell jokes in the intermission, we have rim shots.
So you mentioned you guys are recording a new album. Are you going to have a tour with that?
Yeah, we hope so. Now that we have a label, we're going to have help with that. Everything up until now we did ourselves. And we're so grateful the Curtain Call found us and is offering some help. They're putting together a tour for the spring that we can be on. And so once the album is finished, we'd like to do a more substantive tour. We've done California 3 times, but we'd like to get Midwest, like to do the South.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, we'd love to get up there.
Well, if you guys need any help out here, I will definitely help you guys out.
I will take you up on that. I will be in touch. We would love to come out there.
Yeah, for sure. I would love to see you guys. That's
I think Chicago would be good for us, actually.
Yeah. There's Metro that you could. There's a lot of places.
There's a lot of venues here. A lot of shut down, but a lot of new ones open too. There's a lot of venues here.
Yeah.
Awesome. Maybe we'll just do a tour of Chicago.
Yeah.
Do you have any nursing homes in Chicago? Because that's really our bag.
Yes,
There
we
are
do.
very many nursing homes in Chicago area.
So where can we find? Do you guys have any merchandise or anything that's available for sale?
No, not at the moment. That's one of the things Curtain Call is helping us build our merch store, and we did a order a couple times this year, just that I did myself. But we're gonna have some major help with that this year. So I wish we had something to sell right now. Unfortunately, we don't. But they can check us out on Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube, everywhere. Yeah.
Are you guys having plans for any vinyl?
Yeah.
Like when you come out? Oh yeah.
Absolutely. We're re-releasing the EP we recorded in Nashville called Nemesis. Re-releasing that under Curtain Call. It's going to be expanded, remastered, and it's going to contain live versions of all the songs. And there'll be a vinyl pressing. Side A will be Nemesis. Side B will be Nemesis Live. And we recorded a set at the Whiskey, and then we're doing another live recording on the 23rd of this month, video and audio. So we'll use some of that stuff for a music video for one of those tracks too. So yes, vinyl coming next year for the re-release.
Fuck yes.
And go ahead and plug your show for you said 23rd, right?
Yeah, the 23rd, that's a invite only. It's not open to the public.
Oh, okay.
It's a music video shoot, basically.
Do you have other upcoming shows?
We do. We just don't have the details yet. We're going to be play Arkansas, Missouri, and Texas in the spring. Curtain Call's putting that together, so we don't have those details. But we'll let you. Can we let you guys know as soon as we have those
Yeah,
details?
for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, we'll send that along for sure.
Where's the other thing I had? Oh God. So the Whiskey a Go-Go, like I've been there a couple times.
Yeah.
How was it playing Whiskey?
It's scary. It's kind of scary because like so many of your.
Do you
favorite
know how
bands-
many fucking bands have played
Yeah,
on
yeah.
that stage?
That's why it's scary.
Yeah, like so many of my influences have played there, and it was scary. It was scary.
Yeah, and it's like everywhere you look, there's like rock history. It's like, oh, in this corner, Jim Morrison whipped out his wiener.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Of course, Jim Morrison whipped out his wiener everywhere in LA, so it's not that special. But
On the
Right,
shorter
right.
list is where didn't he?
yeah, exactly.
But you know for a fact that he did there.
Yes,
Yeah.
for sure. What do you think, Ruby? What was it like playing there?
It was amazing. There's just so much energy there, and like just the energy of that building alone is enough to,
Right.
yeah.
The first time we played there, for me, it was a blur. It was over so fast. I can't even tell you how we did, what we played. I was just like, it's over.
Yeah.
The second time we went there, we made sure to
You got to enjoy
I
it,
feel like
yeah.
we did.
Oh yeah.
We had a better sense of it. We were tighter. We had a good time. So I'm glad we got to go back, and we're hoping to go back this summer too. But the first time was just like, oh my God, where am I? Are you kidding me?
Yeah. Damn,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
Me and him were in a band, and we played at Lighthouse Cafe.
Just they're gonna have no idea where that's at. It doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah, no, that's awesome.
Where was that?
This is a high school band.
It
It
was
was in
Lighthouse.
Burbank, Illinois.
Oh, okay.
It's nowhere where anyone should know.
It's literally a coffee shop that can hold like 30 people.
And by the way, I think Jim Morrison whipped out his wiener there too.
Yeah.
He probably did.
That young rascal whipped his wiener out everywhere. All right, so before we go, we only got a couple minutes here, but is there
Yeah.
anything else that you guys wanna plug? I know that you guys just had a show. You must be tired. Anything else that you want to plug before we go?
Christmas Prayer, the single out now. Glass, the lyric video out now. Early singles out on Spotify, Apple Music, everywhere. Look for a new album, spring or summer 2025, and nationwide tour. Hopefully, we're hoping. I'm trying to convince Ruby to drop out of school.
No.
Drop out of school. Not
Not drop out, not drop out. Sabbatical, gap year.
8 classes
Gap
this
year.
semester.
It's a gap year. You don't drop out.
Well, hey, thank you guys so much for joining us, and thank you so much. I know you just had a show, and you still came along and did this. So I like.
Oh, it was important to us. We made sure we were like, guys, we got to stop by 9:15 at the.
That's
So really appreciate it. Really
Yeah.
appreciate it.
Hey, no problem, man. And we'll have this up
Next Friday.
Next Friday. We'll have a video interview of it and audio version of it, and we'll let you guys know when it's out.
Oh, great. We'll help promote. Yeah, we'll post it everywhere. Wherever we're
Yeah,
gonna do it.
thanks.
Thank you.
But yeah, no, guys, I seriously enjoyed your music, your sound. Keep going, like it's awesome. Please let me know when that new album comes out.
We will. We'll be in touch for sure. I promise.
Cool. All
Great
right,
to meet you
guys.
Thanks
Thank
so
you.
much.
Thank you so much.
Say goodnight, Josh.
Good night.
Good night, Joshy. Good night, Ruby.
Thanks, guys.
Take care, guys.
See you soon. Thanks.